Matt Miller walks the property of his parents' house in North Ridgeville and shares a story at every turn.
This is my dad's compost box. This is basically where it started for me, in this box, and taking it out and putting it into the garden to grow stuff.
Matt is talking about his fledgling business named GroundUp. He and his two partners are trying to not get lost right now in the paperwork of a startup company and stay focused on product. It's Matt's Mix, a tea for the soil, created from leaves, vegetable compost, and coffee grinds.
Well, right now we only have one product, and it's there to basically prove that we can create a nutrient to sell with the process that we're doing with GroundUp, and that's our compost tea, which is down in here. We have a batch brewing, and then what we do then is you take your tea and then you put it into the soil, and what happens then is all the microlife and the funguses and the proper bacteria are now in the soil for your plants, and then they thrive within that soil instead of having dead soil. So it promotes the growth of your plant. Well, what we're about mostly is creating sustainable ways to get rid of wastes. Once we start doing with that and working with the farms and the farmers markets, and we get in there and we get a foothold and we establish ourselves as a nutrient, then we can really take the next step into bringing in much more separated wastes. And once we do that, there's other options out there like energy, for instance, which might raise some eyebrows, but creating energy from garbage seems to really be the root at the long end of the tunnel, what we really want to be able to do.
His aha moment came last fall when he started his own garden as a way of spending time with his young daughter. Matt's tea mix is rooted in that time spent. Next, he wondered, though, what should he do with his idea? He turned to Lorain County Community College.
I made a connection at the college with Ruby Bile, and I set up a meeting with her, and we sat down and I showed her what I had with our leaves and our compost. I was like, yeah, I think I can make a business with this. And then she was like, maybe you should talk to Lee Colson over at Blackstone, and maybe you should get enrolled in school, and once you're there, maybe you see some doors open. So I said, yeah, alrighty. Started having meetings with them, and they've been really helping GroundUp. They've been helping me steer me in the right direction. They've introduced me to some people at Glide. Hopefully grow this industry that we're trying to create, and create some jobs in Lorain County, and do something positive for for us, for our families, for the community, and who knows where it'll go from there.
Matt's product has gone commercial. You can find it inside places like Rain Barrels and More in Westlake. Matt's also taking advantage of entrepreneurial sessions like Phoebe, Lorain County Community College's gathering of people with dreams.
Phoebe is fostering entrepreneurial business education, which we started with Glide and also with SBDC and Blackstone Launchpad. And all three entities are really working together to reach out to entrepreneurs in the area. And with Matt and GroundUp, what we're trying to do is provide a platform for entrepreneurs like Matt to come together, to work together, to help working with each other.
You'll also find Matt's connection to our campus in our food service kitchens, where daily compost is saved for Matt's business.
It's kind of neat to see the reactions of my colleagues when they ask questions about it, want to know what GroundUp is and who they can contact. It really helps shed a very positive light on things that are going on with dining services here at the college.
In Matt's mind, GroundUp is trying to save the environment, reduce waste, grow better fruits and vegetables, and maybe
there's a concept on the West Coast called zero waste, which I really find pretty cool, the concept of not throwing away anything, finding a way to use everything into a new product.
Seems like he's the right guy on the right side of the country to do just that.